Hello, Barry Osborne here again, welcoming you to another one of our short videos, which is an extract from our 2018 Autumn Mission Ideas and Resources. This one focuses on what can you do during November. Now, November brings quite a number of activities from bonfire night, remembrance, all sorts of things. So have a look through this video. It lasts just about 10 minutes and see if you can find something you can use in your church. I do hope so.
What can you do for bonfire night? Well, various things you could do. In one of our webinars, we talk about scarecrow festivals. We're not going to talk about that today, but to watch out for another one and browse the website. You'll find things about scarecrow festivals and how you can use those. But Gordon, run us through some of the things that might be useful on bonfire night.
I think one of the things that you can do, most communities now will have an organised event, and so we can offer to help with that. It could be people in preparing. If there's going to be simple food, could you help with that? Could you help with laying out the tables? Could you help with marshalling if people are coming around as well? And particularly, I think, which I like for the church to do, is think about all the clearing up afterwards as well. But within all of that, you do need to check very carefully health and safety and insurance, and make sure that people, so they are, for example, clearing up, just practically make sure that folks have got thick gloves and all that's needed. It may seem a bit fussy and a bit messy, but you've only got to have something go wrong and the whole thing gets messed up. So just think it a little bit carefully what you're doing, but get involved and offer to be in whatever way you can help people as well. Anything
Now,
to add, Barry, to that one?
yeah, I want to say that in addition to getting involved and supporting and sharing the community activity, you can run your own things. So what might you be able to do? How can you make a link? Can you have a family fun event? Put on link a family service. If you want to use film nights, we've got a link in the handout to a man called Adrian Wyatt, who's an expert on films, flicks in the sticks, and doing films with village churches. So he's a great source of information, and I commend that. So in the handout, so various ways in which you could put on events that will then tie in with what's going on. And then, of course, we come to remembrance. And we've got a number of things we'd like to share. Gordon, start us off.
And indeed, so again, it's thinking about, does it need refreshing? This year is of course, a very special event, 100 years since the Armistice Day in November 1918. So could you partner with a local history group? You've got a bit of experience with that, haven't you, Barry?
Yeah, we did something a few years ago because during the Second World War, two bombers collided over the village where I had a church, and sadly the crew in both planes were killed, and the windows of the church were blown out. And so we did a history thing, and our history group, which happened to be use a room in the church as well. We worked with them, and they researched on the names of the people who were killed on that day, and we were able to trace family members, and we got the Canadian Air Force involved, and we put on an event in the village with an exhibition. So we were able to sort of really tell a story that grew out of the war memorial. Now, you could do that. You could go look at your war memorial, see what is. Sadly, those from the First World War, sometimes you'll find virtually the whole of the men in the village were, almost all the men were wiped out in one go. You'll see name after name from the families. But there's often a story, bit of research, find a story, share that in some way, and you can put that in your church magazine and put it out in various ways. And you could also arrange an exhibition. And in the church where I used to be a minister, where this incident where the two planes collided, there is now in the church the tail fin of one of those planes. So just doing some research brought all sorts of things to light, and we put on a big exhibition, and virtually everybody in the village came in. And of course, when people come into the church for things like this, they see Christian posters, there's Christian literature that people can pick up. Repeat what Gordon said, avoid the damp and tatty literature, get rid of it, get something new in, make it look good. But all of these things. So think about what are you going to be doing at the memorial, and what you're going to be doing at church. And just to remind you, we said earlier on, please plan it and do it together. 1 year in my previous church, the church I've just been referring to, the remembrance service would be held in the Free Church with an Anglican speaker, and the following year it was held in the parish church with a Free Church speaker. And doing it together was really important, and we shared together in the service at the War Memorial. Gordon, one of the things you were quite keen to encourage people has to do with war memorials.
Indeed, Barry. Be the first to step up and just say, we will help to clean up, tidy up, plant new flowers, or whatever it is to make sure that the War Memorial itself looks pristine condition as it can as well. Whatever needs to happen as well with that. On resources, Barry, moving on swiftly, I'm just a little bit aware of the time. It's galloping away with us. Hope, of course, Hope 18. I've got some fabulous resources in everything you need, but a particular initiative that Hope are pushing is the 100 Days of Prayer. On the 4th of August 1918, George V asked for a call for prayer across the country, and that's so the idea is that we're doing 100 days of prayer for peace, running through from 4th of August 2018 until Armistice Day, and you can sign up to take part. Just spend a few minutes of your day adding your prayers to the tens of thousands of more across the world who will be taking part in this 100 days of remembrance. And you can see the website there, remembrance100.co.uk, and lots of other good resources are available from Hope Together there that they've had available back in 2014 and have run through as well. So great stuff to sort of engage and to take and to commemorate and to pray and sue for peace as we move forward. Anything to add, Barry, to that?
No, I think that obviously there's a church focus on these occasions, and it's going to be really big in the news. If you're not thinking about it, if you're not prepared and planned, you're really missing an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to have such a high profile across the media at this time. Yeah. Now, while we're thinking about all of these various things, you know, sometimes in the autumn, people use this as an opportunity just to run some courses in their church to help build up the faith, or maybe to link up with people on the fringe. So things like Alpha, which has been around a long time, and if you've got some experience running Alpha, make sure it does relate to your community, your rural community. And then Christianity Explored is a similar sort of program. These are great opportunities of using, you know, it's a new academic year. We could say, okay, let's refresh our own faith, do something to refresh our faith. And this Bible course is new. Gordon introduced it to me.
I really like this Bible course, Barry. It's a new one, and it picks up the whole of the Bible to explore the big story. Really is good from the Bible Society. In all of this, what we've been saying, Barry, let's just backtrack to some of the ideas we've been putting. You will be putting, I hope, before people and just saying to them, if you want to know more about the faith of which we share and engaging, then we have this course coming up where you can explore whatever's appropriate as well. And so you're always thinking next steps, and you're putting something into people's hands, or whatever way it is, letting them know that these courses and training opportunities and exploration opportunities are there as well. So you've got these practical things, and then on their own they can explore christianity.org.uk as well. So what we're really wanting to do is put lots of opportunities before people so they can go and explore more about what the Christian faith is, and it helps us as well. Anything to add, Barry?
Yeah, let's just say it as we wind up that we've been talking about how to relate to the season, what's happening internationally, nationally, regionally, locally, and so on, and in the church calendar, and how to use these as opportunities for articulating the story of Jesus. Who is he? Why did he come into this world? What's his death all about? What's this about resurrection? And this message of forgiveness of sin. We live in a messed up world, but we have a message that's life-changing, and being ready to share that story. And so in all of these things, can you think of them as stepping stones for some people? And not just, we're here to have our annual harvest, but could this be a stepping stone? So if you've got literature, good literature, maybe some gospel literature, there's various places you can draw on literature, and you can give out things with the branding, remember, Christianity.org UK, and keep pointing forward to the next event. And how wonderful if it actually led up to a course and some people used it to find faith.
Well, that's it, and I hope you found it helpful. Please remember to look up our website, www.ruralmissionsolutions.org UK, and find the other videos and resources that are there. There are several on seasonal ideas, including the winter one. So do take a look at it and make use of this resource. Tell your friends, people in your church all about it. We'd love to share with them on another occasion when we're showing these webinars. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to click the like button, so important. And if you click the little bell next to it, you'll get the notifications when other videos are added. Thanks. God bless you.